Good morning. Good morning. I am happy to be here. Happy Friday. Be here. We're gonna tap in and see what's happening for you this weekend. Like, what purpose do you have this weekend? Before we get started, I would just like to say thank you. I received a gift, a tarot deck today. I am charging my tarot deck and just kind of dedicating it to my reading. My call to read. I guess I could say that. Thank you. So excited to use that this weekend. But we're going to look at energy around the weekend for you. Like, what are you called to do this weekend? Let's see what's going on for you over this next few days. So I am just kind of like in this weird spot with my babies, my plants. As you know, I did some replanting a few weeks ago. For some of them, it's going good, but for others, it's like, and it's the same ones that I've been struggling with, and it is a new one as well, a new water plant that I have. Not necessarily that it's bad. I just have a couple of leaves that turn yellow. I always go like, why are you turning yellow? What are you doing? What am I not doing? What's going wrong? And it doesn't necessarily mean, I guess, anything is wrong because a leaf turns yellow. Maybe I'm overwatering. I don't know. So we'll see. We're going to take a closer look this weekend and see what's going on with my babies. So let's take a look for you. For you this weekend. Let's see. I'm going to use all decks on file. Okay. I have a few decks here, like 5 or 6, 7 or 8. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 decks. Yeah. All right. So dibble and dabble in each of them. I hope you guys are well. Yeah, I hope this weekend goes. I know we were snowed in last weekend here, and I know it's been really foggy in other places, not really habitable for outside activity. So hopefully you get some nature this weekend, some outside activity, something out and about. But let's take a look. We're going to delve into the energies around you this weekend. What is your purpose this weekend? I believe you can absolutely have a purpose for the weekend. All right, so Time Machine comes out for you. You know what? And two, I woke up this morning, sometimes spirit channels through me through music. I don't know who this is for. Maybe you will pass by this channel. I don't tend to think that I don't know. So I won't even speak that. But whoever you are, there was a song that I channeled this morning. I was getting out of the shower, Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride, and I'm wanted, and I'm wanted, and I'm wanted, wanted, dead or alive. Say I'm wanted, dead or alive. So maybe that's your song. I don't know. But the Time Machine came out. Maybe that song has some type of relevance in the past for you. Maybe it will transport you back to a specific point in time that spirit is bringing up around you. But it feels like right now with the Time Machine, it feels like it has something to do with the past, something connected to the past. And you may be connecting with that. But spirit also wants you to know, yeah, connect. That's beautiful. Just don't get caught there. But there's something about the past coming up for you this weekend that's very purposeful. There may be an opportunity to visit things from the past, to open up your memory from the past, or honor something from the past that may be very significant this weekend. Okay. This weekend. And what else about my viewer, their purpose around the past? On a still horse I ride. It's Spirit is leading me to look up the lyrics of that song. That might be relevant here. Bon Jovi, Dead or Alive. And it says, something about March 3rd, 1987. Is that relevant for you? And about the lyrics, it says, it's all the same, only the names will change. Every day it seems we're wasting away, another place where the faces are so cold. I'd drive all night just to get back home. I'm a cowboy. On a steel horse I ride, I'm wanted, dead or alive. Sometimes I sleep, sometimes it's not for days. The people I meet always go their separate ways. Sometimes you tell the day by the bottle that you drink, and times when you're alone, well, all you do is think. But walk these streets, a loaded 6-string on my back. I walk these streets. I play for keeps because I might not make it back. I've been everywhere, oh yeah. Still, I'm standing tall. I've seen a million faces, and I've rocked them all. I'm a cowboy. On a steel horse I ride, I'm wanted. Wanted, dead or alive, I'm wanted. Wanted, wanted, dead or alive. That's it. So maybe that resonates. I don't know. Maybe that's for somebody. I feel like you could struggle. This is pertaining to this weekend. There might be something, a new skill that you're learning this weekend that might come across as tapping into strengthening something that you struggle with, or maybe even strengthening a weakness. Not taking it so seriously. You may need to approach this with a little bit of a playful heart and an honesty. And so there may be a need to invest in something this weekend, or you may have the opportunity to invest in something this weekend to help you overcome a challenge. Maybe allow yourself to get out and rethink it. Don't look at it as something that you have to do, but change it into something that you get to do. Change it into something playful. So if you find yourself having to do something that you don't necessarily want to do, maybe it's your weak spot, look at it differently, approach it differently. Okay. Make it into like a playful lesson is what I'm hearing. Yeah. I feel like you are in the process of balancing something out in your life. Maybe there's something that needs balance or healing, where you'll need to be open and available, workable, cooperative. Whatever situation happens this weekend, just keep an open mind about it. I feel like is what Spirit is saying. I feel like I'm talking to someone who has a lot of patience, a lot of emotional intelligence, emotional stability. Your strength is that you don't get flustered easy. You are very comfortable in your skin, knowing who you are, and that is your strong point. That is the part that allows you to really thrive in life, is the fact that you are very comfortable in your skin, very balanced. So this weekend could also be about balance for you, where you are leaning a little bit towards areas that do need work, to bring those, incorporate those into the balance that you are currently in, right? I do feel like you're balanced, and you may be looking to be even more balanced by looking and attacking those things that need attention this weekend. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look and see, what is your purpose this weekend? Let's look at it a little bit closer. What is your purpose this weekend? So first of all, we are tapping into the eighth house. So maybe there's something about the eighth house that you will be attending, or that you will be connecting with. And this is all about tapping into your personal power. Even that time machine coming out, there's some things that present themselves as a mystery. Your purpose is to tap into that energy. Tap into that energy. There could be a major change that you are navigating this weekend. That change, could tap into you being able to attack and strengthen yourself in certain areas that you may not be, strong in. That's crazy, because this is bringing that energy of the song that I just sang, Dead or Alive. That eighth house energy is like tending to things or having to deal with things. It's like a life or death situation, standing in your power, having to use your power, and also having access to other people's resources as well. So I feel like your purpose is all about strengthening yourself, increasing your power. That may be by attacking your weaknesses and incorporating them, bringing them up to par as well. There's something about a major change taking place that is needed right now. That's needed, right? And you're being positioned to do that this weekend. There's something about you being given authority to do it, whatever this is. Now, on the second part of the purpose that you have this week, besides attacking something in your life, like there's a need to deal with it. Step into your personal power and deal with this life or death situation. Face it. You may have assistance coming in around this as well. At the same time, the third house comes out. The second part of your purpose this weekend is making the right connections. Making the right connections, tapping into the energies around ideas that you've had and getting some things going, getting some things off of the ground, digging into them a little different. There may be some things that you started that you will dig in and actually finish or continue working on. There's some things that you just dibbled in quickly this weekend. Your purpose is to actually embellish on those ideas. Also, the third house is like being attentive to who or what you are around. This might be the other part of your purpose too, is attending to that. Your environment, the groups that you are clicking with this weekend, taking a look at those things, and maybe there's some work to be done on that. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So look in your eighth house and your third house. Also see what's there, what planets align, what signs are in your third and eighth house. That might give you some more information too on your purpose for this weekend, okay? But it's around ideas and self-empowerment, okay? All right. One of the main lessons that you're learning this weekend is to move beyond the mind where the heart is beating. One of the major lessons that you are learning this weekend is to move beyond your mind where your heart beats. And that means moving beyond the chaos, constant fluctuations that our mind taps into, so that we can feel the present moment, so that we can move into our sanctuary, our sacred space within our heart. So there's something about what's happening, this time machine, maybe traveling back in time to a certain place that's going to connect us to a position of challenging ourselves, strengthening ourselves in areas where we need, to bring things back into balance, maybe summing up the courage and the power to face those things that we have not faced to this point, taking a look and observation, and you're able to do it. You appear in a very balanced energy, but taking a look at our situation, and our ideas, tapping into those things, it's going to require for us to step beyond our mind and sink down and tap down in our heart for this process. There's something coming out about emotional intelligence that you are strong in. And so this intelligence that we're operating in this weekend is heart intelligence, not necessarily mind intelligence, because sometimes our mind can turn little moles into big giant hills. But there's something about the way of the heart, how it moves underneath obstacles intelligently and shifts the situation, sensitively, and sensing its way around it. So there's something that will take place this week, and something that you will be delving into, something that you will have to navigate, and it's going to require for you to move past your thinking mind into your feeling heart. And we both know how they can sometimes conflict. Your mind can be telling you one thing and your heart can be telling you something completely different. Well, your lesson this weekend for what happens is you will need to move past your thinking mind and listen to the intelligence of your heart. And the reason why I say the intelligence, because the heart thinks too, the heart feels too, the heart intuits too. And it is able to guide us in ways that we can't necessarily understand. However, later we understand that it's right, right? And so there's something about listening to the heart, being guided by the wisdom coming from the heart and the intelligence of the heart. I get the feel like this is an area that has not really had a lot of your attention. Maybe you've just been putting it on the back burner. But let's see. Yeah, this is about you empowering yourself, recognizing your power, and moving with that force towards what it is that you desire to experience in life. I feel like you may even be a little bit hesitant. Maybe you're not even sure like what it is that you desire at this point. You just know that you're ready to move and make it happen. This may even be something that you've been offered before, and if there was something about it that may have been intimidating or just not desirable at the time and you rejected it, well, something about that may be coming back around this weekend for you to deal with. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Why do I have to drop cards all the time? I don't know. So I feel like what you may not really fully know or understand is that you've moved past the difficult parts already. Like you have been given, and there may be a part of this that you did need to use your thinking mind. You've surpassed that part. Now it's time to enter into a more subtle part of this process. For whoever you are, I just feel like there's something that you will be tackling this weekend or dealing with or allowing yourself to confront that you've just been putting off. And you've made it past the difficult part. I feel like this is the part where you get to kind of ease, like the Sunday morning. You may not even realize you've been putting this off, but you've actually did the hard part already. This next part is actually going to be enjoyable. So let's see. To end this off, let's get the advice. So the advice is to definitely be aware of how you're feeling this weekend. Be aware of your process, your emotional process that you're feeling, and be watchful. Like, watch how you experience and navigate this process. You're being guarded or guided to maybe even write it down, like journal this experience this weekend would be helpful, because I feel like there's going to be possibly a confrontation with some heavy energies, but you're giving it more power than it has. Like, you are the one that's empowered through this. I don't feel like it's going to be as hard as you thought it would be. And this is a time, this might be beneficial to plan things out. Like, when you get up in the morning this weekend, like, set your schedule. That way you have bullet points of what you need to hit through the day. This may be something that you need to plan, or else you will kind of skip past it, Spirit is saying. But whatever this is, it does need to be addressed this weekend, okay? I just want to be just a little bit more nosy and to see what this is, though. Give us more information. What is my viewer tapping into this weekend? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, investing time, money. For some of you guys, it might be travel with the Chariot coming out here. Something that you have been desiring for a while with the Star and the Three of Cups. You may be entering into this activity with others. So you'll be investing time, money, energy. Is this some kind of vacation? And you'll be going somewhere to meet with some people, travel. It's kind of like what I'm getting. Whatever this is going to be very beneficial for you. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's going to bring back, something very beneficial. You are actually planting seeds that will come to fruition, and you will absolutely reap the harvest from this weekend. Yeah. This may include long-term or long-distance travel. If it's not flying, it could be driving a distance to go and do something. Yeah, something that you've desired. You started, but you didn't finish. You gave it thought, a little bit of, intention, but you'll be pouring into it this weekend. Yeah, definitely something that you'll be enjoying. Maybe, and it's more than just you. It might be 3 or more individuals involved in this. This was your idea. For some of you, this is some type of work project. That you will be beginning. Okay. That's what I have for you. Have fun this weekend. And there's something about you that is desired. That's all I'm hearing and feeling. I feel like you bring something to the table that can't be brought any other way. So whatever that is, do your thing and do it well. Okay. Have a good time this weekend. You will definitely see me because I'll be coming back on to, use my new deck. And so like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. All right. Bye. Blood Moon Oracle. My name is Leticia. See you next time.